Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm stopping by today to talk about hypnosis. It's everybody's problem. Years ago, I wrote a book called Waking Up from a Lifetime of Hypnosis, Finding Freedom from Confusion and Compulsion. Well, it was a good book. I'm writing another one now. I don't know what I'm going to call it. But it's basically about sleepwalking people. And among the sleepwalking people are sleepwalking saints. Kind of a clever little term, isn't it? Phrase. Well, maybe you're a sleepwalking saint. You know, there's a lot of truth in fairy tales. Do you remember the sweet fairy tale about the ugly duckling, who was really a beautiful swan? Well, maybe you are really a saint and you just don't know it. Now, why aren't you a saint? Well, probably because you fell away from your inner ground of good. You fell away from God. You fell away from what you knew in your heart, and you became worldly. You took in the things of the world's suggestions. Even if you resented them, you took them in. And especially if you resented them, you took them in. You took in the world's attitude, its values, the way it looks at things, and you tried to rebel. You probably tried to rebel against it. Most of us do. But you found out that when you rebelled against it, you came up against a couple of things. First of all, there's something really sneaky about a lot of people and a lot of institutions and organizations. They have a pretense, a veneer of rightness. And they actually say often, many of the things that they say happen to be right or true. And they talk about truth, and they talk about good things. And because of that, if you rebel against them, but there's something that's not quite right about them. Somehow you sense something that's not quite right, and it tempts you to hate them. It tempts you to rebel. And you see the ones that go along with it, the ones that conform, the goody two-shoes, what they used to call squares. And you see that they're going along, not because they're really good, but because they want to be in favor. They want the favor of the powers that be. They want their parents and their teachers and you remember Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver? That was a show a long time ago. But some of you may, even though you're younger, you may have seen episodes of it, in reruns. They rerun the old stuff. Anyway, Eddie Haskell was very smarmy and smiled and very polite when he was around Mr. and Mrs. Cleaver. But there was something phony about it, wasn't there? Well, so you rebel against them. Or to put it even better yet, you don't realize it, but you're rebelling against what's in them. And what's in them is no good. Now, they can't help it. Here's the thing, don't hate them. See, they can't help themselves. They don't even know what's in them. Somebody did a number on them long ago. Otherwise, they wouldn't be the way they are. They wouldn't be hypocrites and phony and seeking worldly approval with something underneath them that's not good. They wouldn't be that way unless something had gotten to them. You understand? So you rebel against what's in them. But most of us are not sophisticated enough. We don't have enough understanding to see that it's not really them that's the evil or the bad or the wrong, it's what's in them, and it has control of them. You see what I mean? But we don't realize what do we rebel against? We rebel against them. So we hate them, we resent them, we judge them. You see what I mean? So there's 2 problems with that. The first problem is that, you feel guilty for resenting them because we're not supposed to hate and resent other people. Yeah, something in them tempted you. It can be so rotten, it can be so phony that it tempts you. All right, so you resented them, and so you feel guilty for that. So your guilt, see, then undermines your self-confidence, and you then doubt yourself, and then you go over to them because in your guilt, they seem more innocent than you are. They seem better than you are, and you're so guilty that you go over to them and curry favor with them and try to get their approval to take away the guilt. You see how that works? So what you have to see when you get older and you get my meditation. I can't emphasize how important the meditation is because you need objectivity. You need to be able to stand back. You need to be able to rise above all of this because as long as you're in it, you don't see it clearly. You have to be above it. And being above it is just, it's a metaphysical thing.